Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you guys are looking for some seriously easy cash in GTA Online, then you've come to the right place, because today on the show we're going to be going over the easiest and fastest ways that you can make money solo in this game after the latest update. We do have several different payout changes, which I think you're going to find extremely worth it, and this video will serve as your complete solo money guide for GTA this week. If you follow this guide, you can expect over $3 to $4 million every single day in GTA Online for mostly AFK work, and of course, if you actually play during that time, then expect over 4 million for sure. So as we get started, if you enjoy this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything GTA Online and Rockstar games, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. Alright, so first let's talk about these double money MC business sale missions, because that's going to be a big way you can make money this week. All you want to do is of course head over to that Maze Bank Foreclosures website, grab yourself one of those MC clubhouses. They're all 30% off this week, so pick one that's closest to either your city businesses, or of course if you spend a lot of time up north, you can do that as well. It really just depends on where you're most active. But once you secured your perfect clubhouse, use the computer there to buy your MC businesses. If you want to make about $3 million from MC businesses in one gaming session this week, you'll need to focus on the top earning businesses when it comes to these. And so these are going to be the Coca-Cola lockup, the math lab, the counterfeit cash factory, as well as the grass farm. I would suggest you skip out on the document forgery office. It's not really worth your time, even with the bonus. The only reasons it's useful is either for your nightclub, or of course it should be useful towards getting a further discount on claimable vehicles from the salvage yard, but supposedly that's still glitched because of license plates, so Rockstar just haven't given us the ability to claim even just a second vehicle yet, so there's really no point in using the document forgery office for the time being. But buy all four of the other businesses, and of course go for the most affordable options that are way up north out of the city, so your deliveries start as far away as possible from other players who are most likely going to be located downtown. So if you plan on selling in public lobbies, at least your vehicles that are just sitting there unmanned while you're out on a delivery aren't going to get blown up as easily, or it will take longer and you'll know when people are heading up north. My business locations: the Coca-Cola lockup is in the Alamo Sea, my math lab is in the Grand Sonora Desert, my cash factory is also in the Grand Sonora Desert, my grass farm is in the Sanchiansky mountain range, and then of course it doesn't really matter, but the document forgery that I have is in Grapeseed. I don't really use it though. Once you've set your businesses up, don't forget to upgrade both the equipment and the staff for each business. This is going to boost their efficiency and profitability here significantly. And remember, buying supplies for $75,000 each is going to be your best move. It saves you time, and with your upgrades, it turns those supplies into products much faster and more profitably than you would otherwise accumulate them by stealing. Now let's break down how each of these businesses turns a profit, starting with the Coca-Cola lockup. If you buy just one batch of supplies, it takes about 2 hours to process and fills up 40% to capacity. This week, that's worth around $400,000. Moving on to the math lab, it takes roughly 2.5 hours to turn one batch of supplies into product, filling your business up to about 45% of its capacity, which then sells for $380,000. The cash factory will need about 2 hours and 40 minutes to process supplies into a product that fills 50% of its capacity and sells for $350,000. And lastly, the grass farm takes 3 hours and 20 minutes, or round numbers that, to process its supplies into products, and that will fill up to 60% of its capacity, which then you could sell for $360,000. But here's a big tip: instead of selling right after each batch of supplies produces, like maybe you would with the bunker if you're a solo player, wait until each business is fully stocked when it comes to these MC businesses. This way you'll have fewer but larger and more profitable sell missions, and less time will be taken away from your other money grinding activities like Kaio or Dr. Dre this week, because even with fully stocked MC business sales, they still take a decent amount of time. Managing multiple sell vehicles as well can get tricky and tedious, so reducing the number of missions helps a lot here. For maximizing profits this week, let each business fully accumulate into products, and for instance, the Coca-Cola lockup will need 2.5 batches of supplies, so roughly 5 hours to fully stock up, and you can sell it for $1,050,000. The full math lab will sell for $892,500 long distance, the grass farm sells for $630,000 long distance, and fully stocked cash factories sell for $735,000. Not that it really matters for this video, but if you already have the business, or if you just want context, the document forgery office of course sells for $315,000 as well, so that's already $3.3 million if you sell each business, excluding the $315,000 from the document forgery office of course. That's just if you sell them all once this week, but if you're aiming to do this, remember all the time it takes to produce that stock. Now, this can happen while you're already playing, but I would imagine that not many players want to do that. They'll probably just want to hop on, maybe get one sale done for a quick influx of cash, and here is where the AFK method comes into play. What I would suggest for a very easy way to AFK is head to an apartment complex where you own multiple units, approach the door, and when the game asks you which unit you want to enter, just leave it on that screen. Your session will stay active, and that will turn your supplies into products while you're away. Now, make sure you check back periodically here, especially to resupply every couple hours to keep your productions going smoothly. This method lets you keep earning without actively playing the whole time. But if you want to actively play and do other activities, of course, 100% do that, because you'll be making even more money. Now, remember, consistency is key here, and with the right strategy, those millions will keep rolling in. So just make sure of those few things before you go AFK. Make sure your supplies have arrived, because if you order and immediately go AFK, your business won't receive them, and your business also won't start producing again. Make sure you close down your MC so you don't get raided while you're AFK, because it would suck to lose all your product. And lastly, make sure to check back in every 2 hours to stay on top of your resupplies for all your businesses. And by the way, you can also make use of your arcade master control terminal if you own one, so you don't need to visit each business to resupply. I never do that and haven't done that in years. Also, if you get the post-op vans as a solo player, just switch sessions immediately and you'll get a new delivery vehicle. You lose a little bit of stock, but that mission as a solo player is honestly just flat out not worth your time. You can also use a big vehicle like an Avenger or an MOC, for example, to block where the post-op vans spawn if you know them, but that's a little bit more advanced for players out there, and people who know a trick like that already know how to best utilize the businesses in the game anyway, I would imagine. And when it comes to a different way to make money, we also have a Life and Death Bikes MC Clubhouse contract, and you can just go to your MC Clubhouse contract board to start this. And in this mission, basically you need to steal a death bike, and it's going to be guarded by a bunch of enemies. So you go there, kill a bunch of enemies, find an elevator, take the elevator down to the garage, take the death bike, defeat like a little mini boss with like a welding helmet on or welding shield over their face. Then you can take that death bike, kill a bunch of gang members, then you can either choose to keep it for yourself and you can use it for the rest of your play session, or of course you can just bring it back to your MC Clubhouse for an actual cash payment. You'll make about $75,000 each time, you know, give or take. I've gotten to 74,000. I've also gotten to 78,000 from doing this mission on double money. Of course, if you want to get this contract, it only takes about 3 to 8 minutes, 8 minutes at most. Usually it only takes less than 5, so you're good to go to farm this over and over. In order to farm it over and over, you need it to show up on your contract board. And if you don't see it on your contract board, just load into a new invite only, or of course a public session if you so choose, and it will refresh the contracts on the contract board. To make that process faster, if you're having trouble getting it, just set your spawn location to the MC Clubhouse so you spawn right back in and you're good to go. Now, I won't really have time to record live gameplay of this contract for this video, but if you want to see some gameplay of me completing it over and over to show how effective it is for making money this week while also giving some tips in real time, then let me know in the comments and I can certainly make that video for you guys. With all that said, those were the best and fastest methods of farming money in GTA this week, outside of the usual day-to-day business grind of businesses that aren't on bonus, because the stuff we talked about is double money when it comes to the MC business sales as well as the Life and Death Bikes Clubhouse contract. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video here today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so you may as well hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.